Hi everyone, I hope we're all doing really well. Today I'm coming at you with a brand new video, and this one is going to be about how I read as many books as possible in the shortest amount of time possible. I went from reading 0 books in 2018 to now reading 25 books in 2020. I mean, that's not a crazy flex or anything, but it's huge for me, and how I plan on reading 50 physical books and how you can implement all of this to your benefit. Let's get right on into the video. But before we do, make sure to like this video and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss a video of mine again. Okay, so let's get into it. So, like I said, I have read 0 books in 2018, and I went from 0 to about 15 physical books in 2019, and the big 2020, I have read 26 books, and honestly, just because of the circumstances, I could have definitely read a bit more, but now I am in this mindset. I know I can hit my 50 physical book goal of 2021. Let me tell you how I plan on doing it right now. Basically, I have a process where I read 1 fiction book and 1 non-fiction book at a time. My process is that when I wake up, I read my fiction book. Most of the time, I've heard from other people, they read fiction books at night for a little bit of night reading, and then they wake up, they're ready to go, and they're all into the personal development and they're reading all of that stuff. I'm kind of the opposite, where I'm a night owl. When I wake up, I need some time to kind of chill and breathe and all of that. So as soon as I wake up, I am reading my fiction book. Now, the book that I'm reading in this current moment in time is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. She is the author of Eat, Pray, Love, and her writing style is absolutely beautiful. I'm not 100% set on this book, I'm just going to be real. It's not as immersively, written as Eat, Pray, Love, but I'm halfway through and it's getting a little bit better, but it is a little bit blander than I thought. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but like I'm still enjoying it. Anyways, a little bit of a tangent because I'm loving books. Yes, City of Girls, I read when I wake up, I prepare my breakfast and I have my coffee and I'm reading City of Girls. Now, I don't know how many pages I cover, just depends on how I'm eating and stuff. Usually I cover about 3 to 5 pages as I'm eating. As I'm finishing off my breakfast, I actually read 1 page of The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday, and you are meant to read this book once per day. I mean, you can read the whole thing in 1 sitting if you want, but the idea is to read 1 page per day and meditate on it. For example, it is January 3rd, and so I went in today and I highlighted all of the topics of today's, meditation, and it's be ruthful to the things that don't matter. So start by learning the power of no, as in no thank you, no, I'm not going to get caught up in that, no, I can't just right now. The more you say no to the things that don't matter, the more you can say yes to the things you do. This will let you live and enjoy your life the way you want. And so I'm reading this 1 page per day. Reading chapters is good and meditating, sitting on it, but this is even better because it reminds you to do it, and it's like 1 idea per page too, so you're just like thinking about it and you just move on super quickly. And then I have a toilet book. Basically, I keep a book that's close to the toilet, so every time I'm doing a number 1 or a number 2, I am sitting there and I'm reading a book. Now, this is going to be a light-hearted type of book, not something that you have to put all of your mental energy and stress in. For example, my last toilet book was The 4 Agreements, which was a very easy read, and it's like a small page, so like by the time you finish it, you're basically finished and you're just like, okay, I have this little piece of information, time for me to move on. And how many times do we pee per day? And it's like, that's like how many pages per day have you knocked out? Another book. And then The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I mean, while that does sound like he has a lot to take in, it's actually not that crazy. And then The Way to Love. These have all been my toilet books, and I've literally finished them in the quickest amount of time. And then when it's time for me to meet a friend or go do a project or walk to work when I'm in my offices on some days, yes, you guessed it, I'm listening to audiobooks. For me personally, I'm a little bit of a book snob, and I like reading physical books just because I feel like there's something tangible. Now that because of COVID and all of that, I'm just always constantly either on my phone or on the computer, so it's so nice to just have like a tangible book. Sometimes it's hard for me to kind of get into that mental space when I'm walking, just because, I don't know, I kind of feel like always listening, like reverting back to like music. Sorry guys, it was a little bit blurry, but This is what you get for working for a UK-based company. I just finished listening to Elon Musk by Ashley Vance. It is one of the top-selling books about Elon Musk, and it was a wonderful insight into his world and everything that he has achieved. The man is a genius. And then when I'm at work, I like to listen to either podcasts or audiobooks. I'm trying to just revert to audiobooks because there are so many books out there, and then like podcasts, I'm just like, I don't know, like I love podcasts, but if I had to choose between the two, it would be audiobooks, just because it's like a whole entire person's life. Like a person's literally lived their life and is telling you about their life. Like how incredible is that? Anyways, this is just a video of Rita nerding out for a whole however long this video is gonna be. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys my toilet book for the moment. It's Renegade Women in Film and TV. This book, can we just take a moment? Is beautiful. It has like all the information about women in television and film and these beautiful illustrations of said women. Look at Barbara Streisand. Okay, actor, composer, director, producer, writer, 2 Oscars, 3 additional nominations, 4 Emmys, 5 additional nominations. Whew. I want to tell you guys, I had a goal in 2020 to speak more eloquently, and ever since I started listening to audiobooks and reading books, just my way of speaking has drastically changed, and I can thank that all to books. So I'm like, tick that goal. Oh my god, when you tick a goal off your yearly list, it is the best feeling ever. Then we go on to book number 4, I guess, of my rotation of books, and that is self-development type of book. I just started Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi, and I usually read this. My goal is half an hour every single night, and sometimes it's going to be 10 minutes, sometimes it's going to be 15 minutes, just depending on how tired I am after the day. I read a couple of pages and I go to sleep, and it's great because, you know, I have all this self-development information as I'm going to sleep. Sometimes when I'm doing a hike, I do the Bondi to Bronte or the Bronte to Bondi, and I find like a nice spot and I just sit for like half an hour and read as well. Just because I'm just, guys, like another reason why I really love books is because I'm just so sick of sitting and being on my phone and just going on the computer all the time. Sometimes I would just sit on the grass and like read and be wholesome, you know what I mean? Oh my god, I totally forgot about Anna Karenina. She has been forgotten. So if you guys don't know, my mum is a Russian school literature, history, geography teacher, and she used to be a journalist back in Russia. She was in radio. She basically did a lot of the things that I'm doing now, and so she is obsessed with books, and so obviously that has transmitted onto me. She gave me Anna Karenina, which is literally this like old version of it. Any Russian literature and any poet, any artist, any author that you can think of that's Russian, she has, and it's all in the same. It looks like this, and it has like because Anna Karenina was written by Tolstoy. It smells like the Soviet Union, honestly. Anyways, I'm like, hey mom, can you give me a book that is the easiest book that I can read to help my Russian language, basically, because Russian is my first language, but I totally forget it sometimes. And I think that I'm fluent, and I go over there and I'm just like, she needs to be updated. So that was all for my book video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got some inspiration out of it. Hopefully you will be implementing more book reading into your daily regime, and let me know what your favorite book of 2020 was and what you want to read in 2021. Do you guys have any book recommendations? Guys, my favorite freaking hobby now is like going onto YouTube and be like, book recommendations. Like, I love that. Like, literally today I wrote down a couple of books because I saw something on my recommended. I'm like, oh, these books are good. So if you have any book recommendations, let me know down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.